Good morning, friends. It's Mrs. Watkins. Today is Wednesday, March 25th, 2020, and I'm coming to you from my most favorite place in my house, which happens to be my backyard. It's early morning, it's nice and brisk, and I don't have any rear neighbors, but today joining me for school time and learning time are all of these wild turkeys that live in my neighborhood. So it should be fun and interesting today to teach you from my backyard. Today we're going to be starting off with a song. Now you might remember how we used to sing when cows get up in the morning at school. Well, since this week we're doing a theme all about toys, I thought it would be fun to change it up to when toys get up in the morning. And I have some toys that we're going to be singing about. Ready? When toys get up in the morning, they always say hello. When toys get up in the morning, they always say hello. And what do they say? Play with me! And that is what they say. Let's change it to a Hot Wheel. Now, when I think of Hot Wheels, I know that Hot Wheels are really fast and they're really fun to play with. So a fast sound to me is when it says vroom. So that's what it's going to say. Ready? When Hot Wheels get up in the morning, they always say hello. When Hot Wheels get up in the morning, they always say hello. And what do they say? Vroom, vroom. And that is what they say. Another fun thing to play with that's so cool to make things with, it's Play-Doh. It's so fun to roll it out and cut out shapes. But one thing I love to do with Play-Doh is to squish it. So Play-Doh is going to say squish, squish. When Play-Doh gets up in the morning, it always says hello. When Play-Doh gets up in the morning, it always says hello. And what does it say? Squish me. And that is what it says. Oh, hello, turkey. There's a turkey right above my head right now in a nest in a tree. Let me see if I can angle the camera so you can see it. I don't know if you'll be able to tell. It's way up high in this eucalyptus tree. Way, way up high. And he is so excited to be starting off his morning with us. Let's change it up to Legos. This happens to be Lego Batman. Now I know Legos are really great for building and creating different fun things. So I think Legos are going to say stack me up. Stack, 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 stack me up. Ready? When Legos get up in the morning, they always say hello. When Legos get up in the morning, they always say hello. And what do they say? Stack, 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 stack me up. Stack, 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 stack me up. And that is what they say. We're going to do one more. This happens to be my favorite card game. It's called Uno. Have you ever played this game? If you have, give me a thumbs up. The object of the game is to be the last person with one card. And there's lots of different steps that you have to do in order to play the game. So when we play games, I know it's so fun to win. But the best part is congratulating other people when they win. So the card game is going to say, good job. Ready? When card games get up in the morning, they always say hello. When card games get up in the morning, they always say hello. And what do they say? Good job. And that is what they say. Today is day 139 of kindergarten. Ready? Help me write the number. Making a straight line is fun. That's the way you make a 1. Around the tree, that's the way you make a 3. Let's make a 9. Make a circle, make a line. That's the way you make a 9. 139 days. How many more till 140? One more, exactly. Tomorrow will be the 140th day. Well, friends, it's Warrior Wednesday. I'm wearing my Watkins Warrior shirt, and I hope that at home you are too. Please stand for the kindergarten salute. I would like to give a shout out to Lila and the Jones family. I had a chance to check in with them yesterday, and they have started saying the kindergarten salute every single morning as a family, and they're calling it their family salute. So I thank you for that. I think that's a wonderful way to keep in mind all of the wonderful expectations that you have for the day. Please stand for the Warriors and the kindergarten salute. I will be respectful with my words and my actions. I will help myself and I will help others. I will be independent. I am on a quest to be my very best. It's going to be a great day today. Will you declare that with me? It's going to be a great day today. I will make it great. You will make it great. Well, we're going to start off by thinking about 139 exercises in sets of 10 to get our bodies moving, because one way to stay healthy and strong is by continuing to exercise, drinking water, and eating healthy foods. So let's think of some ideas that we could use with some of the toys that I have here. At my house, I have a knick-knack box, and in this knick-knack box, we usually keep small toys in here so we can easily access them. My daughter likes to think of it as a treasure box. Look what I found. Found a fidget spinner. What do fidget spinners do? They spin around. So I think our first set's going to be spin around, toss the ball, and then let's think of maybe rolling wheels like a car. So again, it's going to be spin around, throw the ball, roll the wheels. Ready? Begin. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. It's a little tricky for me. 70, 80, 90. Here comes 100. 100, 110, 120, 130. Count by ones. Ready? I think for the ones part, we're going to do head, shoulders, knees, and toes all the way to 9. Ready? 131, 132, 133, 134, 135, 136, 137, 138. Do one more. 139. 139 days of school. Get ready for phonemic awareness. I can hear sounds in words. Today's word part power is eed. Say it with me. Eed. How many words can you think of that rhyme with need? I say, you say. Feed, weed, seed, read. Beginning sounds. Which word begins like odor, oval, or total? Which word begins like ice, atlas, or idea? Which word begins like complete, cactus, or filter? Which word begins like signal, timid, or social? Which word begins like even, odd, or east? I'm going to say a word and I'm going to break up the sounds. I'm going to break up the sounds, but you're going to tell me the word. Ready? Ite. Bag. Let me try that one again. Bag. June. 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 Keys. 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 I'll break the sounds. You tell me the word. Ace. Ug. Soap. It. Very good. We are going to review our vowel sounds. Ready? Let's take a look at our vowel chart. I'm noticing through the things that you're posting and writing about and sending me pictures, your vowel power is getting really strong. Congratulations. Keep up the great work. Ready? A, apple. E, egg. I, igloo. O, octopus. U, umbrella. We know that all the vowels make a short sound and a long sound. All of these sounds are short sounds, but we know that the long A says A, the long E says E, the long I says I, the long O says O, the long U says U. Activate your vowel sounds. Ready? Activate the vowel sounds in paid, nose, head, right, have, log, tune. Page 1, all done. I say a word, then you say a word, then chop it, chop it. I say a word, then you say a word, then chop it, chop it. Ready? Mole. Oh, mole. This time do it by yourself. Ready? Wag. Some. 10. Cute. Tick. Hut. Fell. Very good. Adding sounds. Add to ale, male. Add d to ice, dice. Add t to n. Do it by yourself. Add g to Add to ought. Very good. Deleting sounds. Coat without k, oat. Guess without g, s. This time do it by yourself. Time without t. Mud without Vein without v. Page 2, all through. Night changed to right. Coal changed to g, goal. Cage changed to page. Team changed to beam. Do it by yourself. Goose changed to Pool changed to k. Soap changed to hope. Get ready for your letter sounds. Friends, I hope that my letters are reminding you of the letter sounds that we would practice at school. Of course, they are not perfect, and I appreciate that you are being very flexible with the fact that my letters are not quite what they used to be at school, but I had to use special resources that I had access to at home, like note cards, to make my own letter sounds, and I really appreciate your flexibility. Ready? Letter, picture, sound. L, lamp, O. Letter, picture, sound. P, pan, pa. Letters, picture, sound. Q, U, queen, qua. Last one. Letter, picture, sound. S, snake, s. This week we're working on Little Bo Peep for our nursery rhyme. Ready? Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep. Your turn. And doesn't know where to find them. Leave them alone and they'll come home, wagging their tails behind them. Ready? Let's do the whole thing. Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep and doesn't know where to find them. Leave them alone and they'll come home, wagging their tails behind them. Great job today for phonemic awareness. We are going to move along with our lesson today. This week we're learning all about toys and figuring out ways that we can use them as learning tools. So on Monday, I challenged you with writing an opinion piece about your favorite toy. I can't wait to read some of the great work that you did. I want to remind you that if you don't have blank pieces of paper, you can always use a notebook like the one I have to keep track of your writing. Yesterday, we did a science lesson, and it was all about gravity. We know that gravity is the force of motion that pulls us down to the earth, and you were challenged with making your own marble track or your marble racer. Well, today, I was thinking, since we're becoming such great writers and readers, we could practice the art of telling stories. Now, storytelling is an art form that's been passed down for many generations. And long ago, our ancestors, they did not have paper, they didn't have pencils. Sometimes they would use special rocks and boards and wood to tell stories by drawing pictures. That was like in ancient civilizations. But I remember as a child, my grandmother, who came from El Salvador, would tell me all kinds of great stories, and we would gather around at the table just to listen to her tell stories. And there weren't any pictures, there weren't any words that were written down. It was all about storytelling. So there's a really fun way that you can become a great storyteller, and it does take a lot of practice. One way to do that would be by taking a little Ziploc bag and choosing 5 toys or 5 items that would fit inside the bag, but no more than 5. If you want to start off with 3 items, you could do that. If you want to start off with 4, that's okay too, but no more than 5. So I wanted to show you some of the things that I randomly put in this bag, and then I'll show you how I can tell a story. I found this fish that is a bath toy. I found my son's Pikachu watch. Yeah, and in fact, the time right now is 6:29 in the morning. It's nice and brisk outside. I found a rubber ducky. I also found this Duplo doll. And I found my Barbie's shoe. So I'm going to show you how I think of how I'm going to incorporate all of these objects into a story. When you're telling a story, you always start with once upon a time. And good storytellers activate their imagination. Okay. Also, stories have to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And typically, stories have happy endings. Typically. Your story should start off with a happy ending for sure. And then you can move on to getting a little more creative, okay? Once upon a time, there was a king who was called King Ducky. King Ducky was the ruler of the Bathtub Kingdom. In the Bathtub Kingdom, there lived a fish named Herbert. Herbert's biggest wish was to escape the Bathtub Kingdom and go into a new kingdom, which was the land of dolls. Well, one day, Herbert went over to King Ducky and asked him, "Your Majesty, may I please escape from the Bathtub Kingdom and be allowed to go into the kingdom of dolls?" And King Ducky said, "Yes, you may, but beware, because you are a fish, and fish need water. So, beware. I will give you a magic tool that will give you land powers for 24 hours, which means you will have exactly 1 day to return to the Bathtub Kingdom. Take this underwater device that will help you breathe on the land. You may use it and it will work for only 1 hour." Herbert thanked King Ducky and was so grateful for the opportunity and so surprised that he said yes. So off he ventured out of the Bathtub Kingdom with his handy dandy device that would help him breathe on land. he ventured off into the land of dolls, where all of a sudden he met his first friend, Genevieve. "Hello, my name is Herbert, and I am so excited to be in the land of dolls." "Hello, Herbert. My name is Genevieve, and I am excited to show you around." So she did, and she showed him all the great things that existed in the land. They had a wonderful adventure and had a great time. It was so great that Genevieve decided to put on her hiking boots because she was going to go on an awesome adventure onto the mountains in the land of dolls. "Herbert, I know you don't have a boot, but I want to show you how you use boots on land. You use it to walk around." Herbert learned a lot of different things that day. He was so excited to have met a new friend in the land of dolls, but he knew that his time was up and he had to return to the kingdom where he belonged. So he thanked Genevieve and thanked her for the time together. Genevieve said, "I will never forget you, Herbert. I know it's time for you to go, but I want to thank you for being a good friend." Herbert also thanked Genevieve and said, "Genevieve, it's been so great getting to know you. It was such a great time that we spent on the land. Thank you so much for teaching me new things. It's time for me to say goodbye for now." They said goodbye, and Herbert, as promised, and as a smart fish that he was, knew it was time for him to go back to the land of Bathtub. When he did, King Ducky was so proud. "Herbert, I am very proud of you for doing your best and coming back in a timely fashion. Because you have been so great at listening, I will again give you this opportunity." "Oh, thank you, King Ducky," he said. And they lived happily ever after. Can't wait to see what happens in your story today. Remember, you're going to take 3, 4, or 5 items, put them in a Ziploc bag, and tell a story. Stories have characters, and they have a setting. A setting is where the story takes place. In my story, I had 3 characters: King Ducky, Herbert the fish, and Genevieve. This story took place in 2 kingdoms. Do you remember the first kingdom? What was it called? If you said the Bathtub Kingdom, good job. The second kingdom was called the Land of Dolls. Very good. Now, typically stories have a problem. In my story, the problem was that Herbert wanted to leave his kingdom and go into a new kingdom. What will the problem in your story be? At the end of the story, don't forget to wrap it up with a happy ending. I can't wait to see what you come up with. For parents and caregivers at home, you can make 3 of these to have on hand and just pull it out when you're ready. You can play a game as a family. Each of you can have your own bag. Another way to play is that you give each person one of the objects, sit around a table, and then each person takes turns telling part of the story. I hope you have a wonderful day today. How are you doing with your responsibility challenge this week? This week we're learning about what it means to be a boredom buster. So that means you get to have your own me party at home, having fun, being in charge of your own time, and doing fun things that are safe. So I think for today it's Wednesday, right? So we are going to add 5 minutes to yesterday's time. Yesterday's time was up to 20. So hold 20 in your hand and count on 5. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Today your responsibility challenge is to be a boredom buster for 25 minutes. Now this video that I'm sending you today is about 25 minutes. So it shouldn't feel too long, and make sure that you're having fun. Sometimes you need to take a nap. Maybe I'll be able to do that today. I think pretty soon I'll be able to take out my hammock and enjoy this wonderful weather and take a little nap if you need to. Wishing you a wonderful day today. Stay strong and healthy. and do your very best today. Make green choices and love the people around you. Have a wonderful day.